Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media Buffet. Today I am joined by RAT Comedy. How are you?
I couldn't hear you in the beginning, okay? I don't know what happened.
You couldn't hear me?
No, you just said RAT Comedy.
I mean, that's all you need to hear. You're, you've been here long enough. You know the intro.
I know the intro.
But yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, so today we are starting the reviews for the prequel trilogy of Star Wars, starting with the first one, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
It
So,
is peak cinema.
I rewatched it recently. I'm going to get to that because I think I have problems with this movie. Now, before we begin, I'm going to say this. It is not as bad as people say it is. I understand what people like. I want to talk about this. I understand why people hate this as much as they do, but I guess like I have to look, but I kind of look at it myself in a different way because when it comes to actually talking about when it comes to Star Wars, Rakami and I grew up in an era where what we had were the prequels and the original trilogy. And I know as Rakami said, like last episode, or like an episode or two about Star Wars, that we all grew up watching episodes 1, 2, and 3 first, and then 4, 5, and 6. We never watched them in release order. At least he never did, right?
I've never had.
I'm watching them. I'm gonna watch them release order. I did that, and obviously it gave me new perspective on the but how these were made and what the process was. However,
Okay.
um, it also gave me a perspective as to how Star Wars fans felt in 1999 when The Phantom Menace came out. It had been 16 years since the release of Return of the Jedi. They've been waiting for a long time to learn about the history before the Empire. Of it, the a lot of some supplemental material based in that sort of era, or like hinting at that era, was made between the time of Return of the Jedi and Phantom Menace. So people had like this idea. People had this idea in their heads of what uh the Phantom Menace was going to be. And Ragami, for you to put it in your mind, have you seen videos of like just the lines that formed when Phantom Menace was coming out?
No, I've seen lines for some of the original movies, but not prequels.
No, like when Phantom Menace was coming out, it was basically the end game of that era. You know, it was the end game Infinity War of the late '90s. It was
What?
a big event back then, and when when the movie came out, people were disappointed because they had this sort of idea of what they thought the prequels were going to be and what we actually got. Because to be honest, you can't really blame you can't blame people when they would get disappointed at the at seeing really bad acting from a kid. I can't fault him because he is a child actor.
It's a kid.
Yeah, but it's like really really annoying, and then also like, being disappointed and mad when a lot of the comedy in this movie comes from slapstick Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar. The
Jar
goat.
Jar. Yeah, I don't blame. So looking at it now, I don't blame people for 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 like being disappointed and mad at this movie. However, I'm not one of those people. I was born after the prequels already finished coming out. I was born like we were born after all of that. So we grew up with the fact that episode 1, 2, again, like 1, 2, 3 were the beginning of the trilogy. and 4, 5, and 6 were the continuation, were the middle point, or the end point of it all.
Yeah, again, we
And
didn't have
then
any sequels back then.
yeah, the original trilogy were the sequels for us basically. But that was never really the case. The prequel trilogy is called the prequel trilogy for a reason. They are prequels. They come before the original trilogy, and now pretty much everything is a fucking prequel. Like a lot of stuff that has come out after the sequels has been prequels to either, like, it's been kind of sequels kind of prequel in some areas, but they never go towards the sequel side. It's always just kind of staying in this one, like, these, like, two different eras, which is like immediately after Return of the Jedi, or like before like the time between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. That is like the time that
The
they make.
Empire era.
Yeah, the Reign of the Empire. I think that's what it's called in the official timeline. But yeah, I understand why people were upset when this movie was coming out. However, yeah, like I said, that wasn't the case. So we grew up with this being as the first movie, the first Star Wars movie that we'd probably ever watch. So to us, it's kind of like a build up instead of it being like, oh, the amazing original trilogy with like Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and A New Hope, like the Empire and like the destruction of the Empire. It's not like that, and then immediately going to the prequels and seeing fucking Jar Jar Binks. Like, you feel me?
I
Like,
mean,
I
to be,
understand.
it's kind of understandable, yeah, for those people. Like, you come from all the epic shenanigans in the originals, just watching Jar Jar, the GOAT.
Yeah, and like it's not like the original trilogies didn't have its sort of moments that were like that, but like they were. It was just like the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi that were like that, honestly. And I didn't find them as annoying as Jar Jar Binks and the Gungans. And
The
also, like,
Ewoks were
and also,
cute.
yeah,
The Ewoks were cute.
yeah, I didn't mind the Ewoks in in Return of the Jedi. They weren't that bad. However, the Gungans, I feel like are significantly worse. And
I
also,
haven't seen Phantom Menace in a while, so I can't really say much.
all right.
I
Uh,
mean, I could say I enjoyed them, but like those were like from the last time I saw it. Okay, I have to
yeah,
rewatch it.
that might have been a long ass time ago. I found them really annoying rewatching it. I'm rewatching them all. I don't even care anymore. I'm rewatching all the Star Wars movies. What was I gonna say? Um, also Anakin. I understand that he's a kid actor and whatever. And we shouldn't really be hard on him for that. And after this movie, pretty much the kid actor for Anakin didn't get any roles after that. Like, he pretty much just kind of got into a tough time of his life, so just to kind of not get into that, and yeah, he didn't have a very prosperous acting career. And like Hayden Christensen is much more celebrated than he is. Mainly because he
He's
was
panicking.
Anakin. Yeah, he's been Anakin for a while. He's been. I was gonna say he's been Darth Vader more than James Earl Jones ever was, but no, that's a lie. James Earl Jones has been Darth Vader for a long ass time, for longer, like for more pieces than Hayden was ever had. Hayden has been in 4 things, which is Ahsoka, uh, no wait, 3, Ahsoka, uh,
He's
what
been in
else?
the Snip Show. He's
No,
been in
Ahsoka.
two of
Anyway,
the
he's been in 4 things.
prequels.
Attack of the Clones, Rangers of the Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka.
Uh, the Return of the Jedi credit scene count the party.
Oh yeah, but that was edited in. That wasn't like
Yeah, it
always
was
there.
just swapped in the replaced old Anakin with the new Anakin.
Yeah, which a lot of people don't agree with. I think it's better with the old Anakin, not with Hayden Christensen. Because hello, this is what.
Dude, that's the one thing I was confused about. The old Anakin makes sense. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I said. Old Anakin makes sense. I think I like him better with old Anakin. The thing is, that version of the movie has like never surfaced ever.
I mean, he died as Anakin, and so should like it should be old, literally.
Yeah, he should be old.
Logic.
However, the thing is, with George Lucas is that he can't he cannot stop himself from changing the original trilogy. He always goes back and fucking and redoes them. I mean, not redoes them, but like redoes their scenes. So what we end up with is fucking like just an amalgamation of a movie. Like A New Hope is pretty much like nothing like the one that people got in theaters almost 50 years ago.
I'm I'm not even. I can't even notice though most of the changes because
Yeah, because
we've grown up with the changes.
it's not a thing. It's just not a thing. The changes like don't like the what do you call it? The changes that people that George Lucas made for that movie have like I've like never the original cut of the movie is like never surfaced. I know it's still out there, but it's like it's pretty much like locked away in like a not in a vault, but like just legitimately locked away.
You think
Because like
they're gonna release it for an
they
anniversary this
for the
decade?
50th I'm pretty sure they're going to. Is it? It makes sense. At least release theatrical version of A New Hope. I hope for at least all of them, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think I don't think that will be what we get.
Oh,
So yeah, hopefully. I know that the prequels have been only slightly altered. They haven't been altered to the point where it's a lot. George Lucas never really altered the prequels all that much. To my knowledge, he never did. So if you go on Disney Plus and you watch the movies, yes, OT trilogy didn't have much changes from George Lucas to like Lucasfilm independently to Disney because Disney didn't really make
mhm.
any changes. All they did to A New Hope was add the McClunky line, which people thought was stupid. So yeah, that's pretty much Disney's entire fucking like editing, and also they made them 4K. They upscaled
That's
the
pretty
movies to
cool.
4K. That's about it. Which is where I watched Phantom Menace. I watched it on Disney Plus because I knew that they weren't that Disney didn't really change those movies. All they did was upscale to 4K, which is probably what the DVD I have has. If I had to guess, I don't want to check. Uh, all I know is that I have the Blu-ray versions, which is they have some changes to my knowledge. Had some changes because again, it was George Lucas like having his little fucking like greasy fingers on it. I know that after Disney bought Lucasfilm, like that was when George Lucas was done editing it because he left the company. He was done with Star Wars. Like Star Wars left his hands after that. So yeah,
Who wouldn't?
but yeah, just I don't even know where this conversation stemmed from. So we're talking about that, but yeah, uh, I to close it up, I know why people don't like the prequels, especially like all of them. And also, like, what I was going to talk about, Anakin. I understand why people didn't really like Anakin. I know he's a child actor and all that, but I understand why. It's because, like, he's Darth Vader, you know? Like, it occurred to me, like, these characters are not, like, obviously you kind of think of them as separate, but they're not. Like, Anakin Skywalker in this movie, he's a child. And he's this annoying kind of kid, and he's supposed to be Darth Vader.
He's a child, so what do you expect? To him to start
Yeah, but
choking people?
yeah, but people were probably very disappointed to see Darth Vader, like the villain of anything really, just kind of be portrayed like this, you know?
An angel. You're an angel. Yeah, they covered the
Yeah,
moons
like
of Diego.
I'm surprised
There we go
you
already with
can
a
like
meme.
name
A
that. Like
meme.
I couldn't name that. Also, that's something that's in the fucking like I'll say. But yeah, that's something in there. Okay, so
I'll
before
try
we
spinning.
begin,
That's a good trick.
that's not in the
Yeah,
fuck.
they're the
Okay, but before
memes.
we begin, uh, I have. I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'm gonna add them. So there is. Did I close that tab? God damn it! All right, hold on. So at the end of the episode, something that the prequel trilogy did do was add a lot of memes. There is an entire subreddit of just prequel memes, and there's a lot of prequel memes. So
There are
what
way
we're
too
gonna do
many.
is that we're going to at the end of the episode rank all the memes from Phantom Menace,
Exactly.
and we're gonna do that for every single one of the prequel movies. Yeah. I know that the memes are a really big part of these movies, and I think it'd be a disservice to not talk about them at some point. So we're gonna talk about the movie as a movie first, obviously. But then we're gonna do a meme tier list. And while we do the review, I'm gonna add more because I realized that this tier list is not the tier list I'm using does not have I'll try spitting. That's a good trick. It does not have that one. It is a crime. It's a crime to not have it. So I'll add it quickly. But yeah, let's begin with the review of Phantom Menace. Also, I gotta mention this before we begin. This is the last Star Wars movie in the retro type episodes. Attack of the Clones came out 2002, which falls into modern. So we're gonna take a while to get to Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, not a lot of Star Wars coming out for a bit, but yeah, unless I mean Andor is coming out. But yeah, while we do that,
Andor.
I'm going to and I already finished actually. I'm gonna look for these. So while you do the episode, I want to record that. So let's start off. We always start off with the CGI and action. So we got again like these movies. We gotta take into consideration the fact that this came out in the '90s, at the tail end of the '90s. But this is Lucasfilm. This is LucasArts. This is Lucasfilm. This is Industrial Light and Magic that they're talking about. So the CGI in this movie looks really good for its time. It is ahead of everything in its time. It is it, but again, it is 90 CGI. You're not gonna be getting the best thing ever. But yeah, that's it. Anything to say about the CGI? Rat comedy.
It's pretty impressive. Okay, just look at the millions of droids, the millions of Gungans, and all the space battles and the ships. You got ships, you
Yeah,
got spaceports. It's impressive.
yeah, it is. It is very impressive that they managed to do that in the '90s. And I know, like, it's not. And it's not like the '90s are like a fucking like Stone Age, thing. But uh, but it's like a but it's a but it's still like a really weird. It's still sort of it's still like a very infamous era in 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 like CGI because a lot of people like go like, oh yeah, it's like 90 CGI. Like when CGI was bad in the '90s, it was bad. It's like you noticed it. So yeah. So seeing like so yeah no just like so seeing it be really good here like having So obviously, like the big the big uh the big example of like 90s era CGI, like the golden standard should be Jurassic Park. That is the golden standard for really anything, like anything 90s uh 90s era CGI. That should be the gold standard. And honestly, this is, like I said, industrial light thematic. ILM. So this is really good and it's not a Star Wars movie without talking about the action. The action is, as always, really, really good.
It's Star Wars.
It is Star Wars action. Again, this is also George Lucas still at the reins here. Not like choreography wise, but definitely in that sort of style. Oh, nice, friendly. Okay. All right, never mind. I just got. How do I? Whatever. I can't delete this. Whatever. I'll fucking deal with it. All right. So yeah, and again, like the action scene. There's not a lot of action scenes here. Even when I fucking count, if we don't want to count the pod racing as action sequences, but is this? God damn it! It's not here. I just realized that now this pod racing is also not in this tier list.
Now this is sorry. Beautiful.
It's a lot of Anakin ones. Give me a second. There we go.
Okay. Are you an angel in that tier list?
Not initially. I did add it.
Okay.
Tell me if you can name off more. That just say some from Phantom Menace, and I'll add them if they're not there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and if any more come to mind, I can tell you which ones there are. Hold on. So right now I have um if this moves. God. There we go. What just happened? There we go. Now I have. What is this? I think it's
Hey, I
I would
remember one. No one can kill a Jedi.
all right. It says you can see them. It's like I would not have made this bargain. It's getting out of hand now. There are two of them. I'm surprised to be sure,
That
but I
was
welcome them. The negotiations were
yeah.
short. There's always bigger fish. Oh, big
My lord,
boomers.
is that legal? I will make it legal.
Oh no. Okay, so nothing can kill a Jedi,
Oh, wooed.
and
Ah.
nothing can kill a Jedi. That's a meme. No one can kill a Jedi. And then what? I will make it legal. Is that legal? I will make it legal.
Oh,
Phantom
I
Menace.
remember one just now. Okay.
Is
It,
that
it's a
legal?
trick. Said no reply.
Is this trick and no reply? My lord, is
It's a
that?
trick. Said no reply.
I'm gonna put is that legal? Or maybe I'll put it. I'll put it separately. Is that legal? And then I will make it legal. Ah,
Many
here we go.
memes
Here's one
here.
that's just both of them. Then which one? For comedy. Then which one?
What? Which one?
Which means
Okay. The negotiations were short.
no, that was already there.
Oh, okay. The one of the mind trick, the one where Qui-Gon tries to mind trick Watto.
Qui-Gon mind trick. You said some. You said that's a few. You said some. Uh, you said some others
The
before this
the
one.
curvy Palpatine.
Kirby Palpatine.
Palpatine is in a hologram, and then it gets a little messed up, and he is like he has a massive chest.
I don't think it's a. I don't think that's like a well-known meme.
Dude, it is a meme, okay?
It is.
Um, Pal-
If I type in Kirby Palpatine, I'm gonna get it.
no, just search up hologram Palpatine meme. Hologram Palpatine meme.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. This. Gotcha. Okay.
Did you
Uh,
put? I have a bad feeling about this. It's
no.
literally. I mean,
But,
that
the
is a
thing,
Star Wars meme in general.
I think we can't really put that there because it is just a Star Wars meme in general. It's like it's not even like a prequel meme, you know?
How about that's literally the thing they say. They just hop out the ship and they're like, I got a bad feeling about this right away.
Fine, I'll include it. Whatever. But are we gonna rank like all? Are we gonna if we're gonna do that? Are we gonna rank like all? I have a bad feeling about this is of like every movie.
Every single movie, you gotta put. I have a bad feeling about this.
Fine.
You put the bigger fish meme.
It's already there.
Okay.
You said some others that I can't remember, but you did say some.
Oh, here's another one. Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
I think that there's just like a meme here. It just says like there's just like a Jar Jar picture. I think it's just Jar Jar in general.
Jar Jar. We got the Darth Jar Jar memes too, right?
What?
Yeah, that includes all the Darth Jar Jar memes, right?
No, I'm guessing. I'm going to guess that like the Jar Jar picture there just encompasses all of Jar Jar and every meme that Jar Jar has ever had, except for the ones that are specifically different. So yeah, I think Jar Jar is its own beast. So again, you said some that I can't remember that you mentioned.
I haven't mentioned much yet. Oh my god. What else? No, I don't feel like there's anything.
All right. That is I don't know what this is. Whatever. I'll add it. My lord, is that legal? I will make it
I will make
legal.
it legal.
I have no idea what any of these are now. Okay. Not thinking about this. I will make it legal. Okay. No one can kill a Jedi. There we go. Yeah. I think you said one after no one can kill a Jedi. I just don't remember which one it was. Let's put these here. Okay, I think this is all of them. I still think we're missing some from this movie, but whatever. All right, okay. Yeah, action. The action again, it's all really good. It still had that sort of original trilogy flair to it with like the inspiration from like the samurai movies and all that shit. That was all there, still there. Within the movie. So yeah, I do feel like it's It was well made and also very entertaining. That's like one of the things about the movie that I actually do like, because overall, this movie is kind of again, like I said, this movie isn't as bad as people remember, but it's also not good either.
It is a meme movie, one that is
That that
filled
is
with.
unapologetically running to Sith. I don't care. Like
It's a
like
full movie of Gungans and spinning. It is because it's a good trick. The
okay, yeah, fine. But the thing is about this movie, like with action, just going back to that, it's just there's not a lot of it. There's like some dogfights here and there, the starfighters, and there's the fight at the end. That's really it. There's no like, there's no other action sequences. There's nothing else. It's just those two. Unless you want to count pod racing again, like I said, you always want to count pod racing as one, which goddamn, you probably don't want to count that
I mean, you should just count pod racing.
as an action sequence. Hell no. What action?
It's
Okay. I was
it's
to talk
it's
about this
hype.
in
It's
plot.
hype. Okay.
I was gonna talk about this in plot, but the plot, like rewatching the movie, you probably don't fucking remember, but rewatching the movie, the pod racing scene is so long. It is so long.
Yes, it.
It's like 8 minutes.
Oh my god.
It's like it is legitimately so goddamn long for no reason.
I mean, on one hand, it's very important. Like, this is Anakin just trying to win his freedom.
Okay, fine. Okay, no, that's not the thing. That's not the thing. Rat comedy thing is it is so long and nobody says anything. Like for stretches of time, there is nothing being said. There's nothing like being done. It's just racing.
Oh boy.
It is like legitimately such a long sequence for like I think no reason. Like legitimately zero this movie did not need to have a scene like this be this long.
You hear me? So my Wi-Fi dipped.
Wi-Fi dip? God damn it.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
You can
can.
hear me. Okay, thank you. Good.
Did I suffer through a Wi-Fi dip or did you?
I did.
Okay. Um. So yeah, no, I think the pod racing thing is so long. It's just so unapologetically long for no reason. And there's like, and again, like I said, it's not. I understand where you're coming from. Like, oh yeah, it's Anakin winning back his freedom. However, however, um, a lot of it is just like them saying nothing throughout the entire thing. So yeah, I wouldn't consider it the the pin. I wouldn't consider it like a good action sequence because again, nothing's happening pretty much aside from the race going on. Yeah, it is so. I was like, when I was watching it, I was like, "There's no way it's this long." Like, I felt like it was in for an eternity. Just watching the fucking pod racing, it's like so. It's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessarily long. For I think no reason. I think it's like so. I think it's long for legitimately zero reason. I don't know why it's like this. But yeah, that's it for that's it. Action done. Let's talk about the characters. First up, Qui-Gon Jinn, the man
My
himself,
God.
portrayed by the man himself, Liam Neeson. Um,
Qui-Gon
I think
to the
I
gym.
I think he's cool, but that's like about where it goes, you know. I think a lot of what I've seen from people is that a lot of people's problem, a lot of critics' problem with this movie is the fact that, and a lot of people's problem with the movie is the fact that the characters don't really develop. They're not like we don't really get attached to them. And yeah, I agree. I think Qui-Gon is definitely
I
the best character here because we spent a lot of the movie with him.
I got
But
he only appeared like once. That's his only movie, okay? So there isn't really much to develop here.
yeah, but that's a consistent complaint of every character in this movie. The fact that they're like it's like no development at all for anybody, or like nothing for anybody. There's nothing interesting about anybody. But Qui Gon, I think he's cool. What they tried to do with him, like him being like him, like you think he's gonna be like the mentor, he's gonna be the master. Obviously, you know that we want us to end up as Anakin master, and that's gonna happen somehow. So yeah, Qui Gon dying is would be kind of expected. But I feel
Uh,
like
Be right back.
all right. But I feel like I don't know. Like it feels like not like a waste of an actor because I don't know how much like, they brought back in Liam Neeson, and Qui Gon did have like a purpose. He did this. He did kind of bring to light the fact that you can make Force ghosts. That was a thing that Qui Gon. That's the thing that Qui Gon did. That he's definitely important to the lore. But like what I want to say is that he feels like the best developed character out of anyone in this movie. Maybe because he kind of I don't know. He's like the only one that really does anything. He's the only Jedi that really does anything in this movie. He saves
What?
Anakin. He frees Anakin. I'm talking about Qui Gon here. Like what he does. He frees Anakin. He
Qui-Gon's done the most in the movie, the Jedi.
yeah. He's like the character that does the most in the entire movie. So he frees Anakin, he figures out like Anakin's midichlorian, and if we see what he wants to train Anakin. He wants the council to see what he sees in him, and obviously the council thinks that Qui Gon is kind of cuckoo crazy because
He's too young. No, he's too old.
no, because also Qui Gon is like a gray Jedi pretty much. He doesn't really follow the council's rules all that much, so he's kind of like a loose cannon in some areas.
Uh, it's either the council has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid ass decision, they decided to ignore it.
That
Which
is
is
Qui Gon in a nutshell, pretty
I
much.
stole that meme from the you.
Yeah, that is pretty much what
Okay, I
Qui
have a
Gon
little
is as a
question. Okay,
character.
I want to ask you something. Is it worth it to start a fandom account? Okay,
No, the only thing you do with that is to fucking edit things. You don't need to.
edit things, yeah, but I was looking forward to editing some dumb pages on some dumb websites because there's so much misinformation here, and I just wanted to clear some stuff out and then get out. Refuse to elaborate further.
I mean, I think if with some fandoms, you have to be like an active member or some shit like that. They're not gonna just let you edit things just because. It's
I
like
can just
Wikipedia. I get
tell them. I can just shout at them to just tell me, "Hey, I know shit. Okay, let me fix this thing, and then I'll dip. Thank you very much." Uh,
you could always file a complaint. I think not, like you could say, "Okay, this is wrong."
well, I know some bits of the Lord they're trying to pull up, and someone for it wrong. I just come in, fix it up, dip. That's it. I just gotta start an account. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
But yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn, everybody. I think, yeah, again, he does the most out of any character in this movie. However, that's not like a high bar to get over because goddamn, a lot of people don't do anything in this movie. A lot of people do not do much in this movie, and that is sad to see. I think that is kind of sad to see the fact that not really a thing. But yeah, I like Qui-Gon a lot. Again, I like his personality. I like what they try to do with him. But I feel like the movie itself just has too much things going on that doesn't like let Qui-Gon be cool, be the character he's supposed to be. But he served his purpose, and I commend him from that. Like, yeah. Uh, let's move on to Obi-Wan Kenobi, the one of the big characters that was.
Oh my god, it's the guy from the originals.
Yes, yes. So he's now young and played by Ewan McGregor, which is
The high ground guy.
yes, yes, the high ground guy. So yeah, the Obi-Wan doesn't really do much. Like, let's be fucking for real. He does not do much. He sits out on the ship and that's it.
Your company's Qui-Gon and Anakin.
Yep.
I formed my account. Okay. And now I can get to the fixing. Fixing good.
Okay. What fandoms are you gonna fix?
Well, fandoms. A very obscure one actually. One that I'm gonna keep quiet for because I love myself watching y'all have mysteries. If y'all
Always
can
have fun.
solve it, if you can solve it, thank you.
If somebody solves it, I'll be surprised. If somebody tries to solve it, I'll be surprised because there's no fucking nobody gonna search out the mystery of what you fucking do.
Well then, um, let's get to fixing good.
Fixing. Okay, whatever. Um,
Starting with the surname.
what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. So Obi-Wan again doesn't really do much. Like I can't really talk about him that much. He doesn't really do much, sadly. He's a big,
Come on, dude.
big character in the original trilogy. He is kind of the Qui-Gon of the original trilogy, to be completely honest. So, oh well, Qui-Gon is the Obi-Wan of this trilogy. Qui-Gon has sort of like a presence throughout. Like obviously, like I said, he finds out about the Force Ghosts, or like well, he brings to light about the Force Ghosts and such. So yeah, he's that. Yeah, so he has like a purpose in the plot of like the throughout the trilogy because without him, the Force Ghost like people don't really the only one can't be a Force Ghost and they can't help Luke throughout. So yeah, that was all Qui-Gon, baby.
It's all Qui-Gon. Always has been.
But yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi just doesn't really do much, and that's really sad. Again, he's one of the big components of the original trilogy. So seeing him kind of not do much is disheartening. But he does eventually do things.
You know what? Editing here in this stupid tablet is impossible. I have to use a computer for this.
Okay. So yeah, I it's not okay. There's something really offensive about what they did with Obi-Wan here. It's not like he fucking like it's not like it's an insult to me that Obi-Wan doesn't really have like a character. It's just that like it's disappointing. And I understand that from people that he doesn't do much when he's one of the big characters of Star Wars.
my God, it's him, the Phantom Menace. We gotta fight him. And then they just start fighting Darth Maul and then in the hall.
Yes, the Phantom Menace, and then there's no Phantom or Menace. It's almost like there is no Phantom Menace. But yeah, that wasn't really do much. Let's talk about Anakin now. Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader himself. I get why people were mad. Okay,
He's the youngling slayer.
I have watched these movies a lot of times. Let's be fucking for you. I don't know how many times you've watched Star Wars movies, RAT Comedy, the Star Wars movies, but I've watched them a lot. I know you probably have done more, to be completely honest. However, I've watched these movies a lot. A lot, a lot. So, yeah. Um, so going back and watching them for the very first time in release order, I get why people were mad with Anakin Skywalker. Because Jesus Christ, this character. Okay, so Anakin Skywalker being an annoying child was a choice. Was it a good one? I don't know. But it was a choice. And the thing is, obviously, again,
Was one of the
he's a
many
child.
choices done. He really was the Phantom Menace all along.
Yeah, he fucking blew out my eardrums. I agree.
I jump scared you
No, not you,
with the
Anakin.
truth. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Let's actually get to it. Hey, um, Siri, play me some hype beat music. Okay, I'm
Wait, you're
about to
gonna get us
save this
copyright
fandom.
struck. What the fuck? No.
No,
Play
no, no,
copyright
no,
free.
no. Oh,
Copyright free background music, Siri.
here we go. Sign in.
Alright, Anakin. Okay, so yeah, no, I don't know. It was a choice, and he does have some iconic lines here and there, but like they're all acted. Again, I can't. I don't wanna go after fucking child actor. I really don't. It's not. It's not good for my psyche. I don't like it. However, I have to because because it's okay. You know what? No, I'll save it. You know, fine. Okay, child actors can be really good. However, not at the hands of fucking George Lucas, who is horrible ass dialogue. I hate. Okay. Rock comedy. When we get to Attack of the Clones, I'm gonna rant about the dialogue in that fucking movie. It's so bad. It's so bad. However, this movie, I can sort of uh get behind a lot of the bad dialogue because I don't know what a child's supposed to do with that shit. George Lucas cannot write dialogue. I'm gonna be for fucking real. He cannot do it. He needed help with the original trilogy because it probably was so incomprehensible in the original drafts. And then they just gave him full reign in the prequels, and this is what we fucking got. We got Attack of the Clones, we got Revenge of the Sith. That's all we got those movies.
I
It's
can.
all part of George Lucas's plan. But yeah, Anakin Skywalker is is a tragedy, honestly, because he has bad dialogue, and the child actor cannot sell it well. I'm so sorry, but he doesn't have the chops to possibly try to make that dialogue even make a lick of sense. Are you an angel? They come from the moon of Diego. I'll try spitting. That's a good trick. Now this is pod racing.
Ooh, younglings.
What I will say is that he at least he at least speaks Huttese convincingly. I mean, made up fucking language.
Oh, that's a bonus.
So yeah, a character. The next character. Before we move on, Rakami, anything to say about Anakin Skywalker?
Can't believe this is the same man that murders children 2 movies later.
Yeah, but we're not talking about him right now. We're talking about him as a child, as a pod
He's
racing loving
chilling
child.
now. He's a youngling. He's gonna kill his own kind later. He's mean. Okay, but seriously, the child actor they do hate code. Okay,
Yeah, no, as
you
I say,
can't
he did what he could.
you can't judge the child actor. Okay, unless if they really make a bad job. Okay. Besides
Yeah,
that,
no. But the thing is,
this
like,
is
even
good.
then, in the '90s, we had examples of like good child actors, like, uh, fuck, what was his name from Home Alone? Uh,
Kevin,
no, like the actor's name, uh, of Kevin. Fuck, whatever. I'll look it up right now. Kevin McAllister portrayed by Macaulay Culkin. There we go. Macaulay Culkin is a good child actor, to my knowledge. People consider him a good child actor.
he was good. He was really good.
Was Macaulay Culkin a good child actor? One of the most successful. Oh, no, successful. I don't care. Good. Oh yeah, wait, and the fucking Daniel Radcliffe too for the Harry Potter movies, which were 20 years ago. He's 35. He was
Whoa.
15. He's not as old as people think he is. He's pretty young, all things considered.
Can apply.
What?
Just Anakin thing. It's editing.
Okay. Yeah, he was like 12, 13 when Harry Potter was like first starting. So yeah, he's again like a child actor. So we have like around that era of people who were really good child actors, and then we have like this guy. Again, I can't really blame him all that much because he had to work with fucking George Lucas writing, which sucks so much that there's nothing you can do to make it good. And you're gonna see that a lot because after this, there's no more Liam Neeson. No,
He's been
obviously,
killed.
Ewan McGregor tries his best. It's sometimes it works a lot with him. However, however, Hayden Christensen, Natalie Portman, hell nah.
You got the whole squad here.
The whole Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen do not do a good job of trying to make sense of that shit. Speaking of Natalie Portman, let's go on to Padme Amidala. God,
Ooh.
this one I can be a little bit hard on. I think, right? How old was How
Teenager.
old was? Come on, no.
Oh,
How old was?
we can bully a teenager.
How old? What was her name? Natalie Port. How old was Natalie Portman
Natalie Portman. Padme.
when this movie came out? She was 18. Fuck it. She was 18.
Oh, we can bully her. She's an adult.
Uh, Natalie Portman. Okay, she was 17 when it was being filmed. However, she was 18 when it came out, or like around the time it came out. When you know what? When it comes to 17-year-olds, that's even less of a case that you have to be a worst actor. God, Natalie Portman sucks, and the thing is she sucks in the entirety of the fucking trilogy. There is no saving her. It's not like, oh yeah, she got better over time. No, no.
There were the uh, oh my gosh. The thing is that, with part Star Wars 1, there were multiple handmaidens, yeah. The Natalie Portman portray all of them, all the handmaidens, or
It
were they
did.
separate people?
I think they're all separate people. Kind of like how the how the decoy's decoy was like
Fake
a separate person.
Padmes, all the Naboo people.
Yeah, I think those were all different people because we know that the decoy was a different person. I think it was. God damn it. God damn, I don't know which. All right. Phantom Menace. Here. All right. Let's see. I want to learn something. Okay. But yeah, that was a completely different person that portrayed the decoy. So there were probably other people here and there that portrayed people. But yeah, Padme, Jesus, and again, it doesn't get better. After this, it doesn't get better. So Natalie Portman as Padme sucks. She has, she doesn't even try to make the lines sound good. It's insane. Also, fun fact about Natalie Portman, it's that I think at some point they had to offer her a role like after the prequels. They tried to offer her a role in Star Wars, and then she said, "I'm in Star Wars." Like she's Padme Amidala. Hold on, Natalie Portman Star Wars story. But yeah, at some point after that, Natalie Portman like was asked by I think like somebody at Lucasfilm that said, "Hey, do you want to be in Star Wars?" And then she said, "I'm in Star Wars already." So yeah, just a little fun story there. I used to think it was Natalie Portman, and I'm not fucking mistaken. I'm not like mistaken about that. But I think it was Natalie Portman. But yeah, Padme sucks. Full on. Just full stop. Sucks. Bad dialogue. Bad acting.
Can you even name a meme quote that came from Padme in that movie?
What?
A quote from Padme in that movie. A meme one.
I don't think there is. There's some from the other movies, but definitely not here.
Yeah, that's one of the movies, the one that you're the Anakin Padme meme, okay? That one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Padme sucks. I just like full on, full stop. Not very interesting to watch. It's kind of I didn't like. I did not. I did not appreciate. This is one of the worst performances in fucking Star Wars. That's what I think. So yeah. Back on anything to say about Padme Amidala?
Well, to be honest, I can't really Padme and Portman, they go hand in hand, kind of like Hayden and Anakin, okay? Um, yeah, let's mention one for the other, okay? She fits, okay, and I can't really say much because I haven't seen the movies in a while. Okay, so I'll just leave it at that.
All right, let's
But
move
I
on.
don't remember much about Padme in that movie. Okay,
All right,
he they do more stuff with her later on.
yeah, let's move on to one of the big characters of this movie, one of the most influential, one of the most memorable, Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, that's the goal. Let's go.
Jar Jar Binks, holy fucking shit.
Oh, let's go.
I could not stand how much he was in this movie. God.
Oh my God. How often was Jar Jar in the movie?
A
How much of
lot.
the
A
movie?
lot. He is the main
Um,
reason why the fucking. He's the main reason why they win at the end.
let's go. The goat.
He. He's so much. He's a lot. He's very much in his movie for a lot, and it's like Misa Jar Jar Binks.
You said
And
you're a humble servant.
humble servant. And the thing is, like,
Yeah,
he's.
leap into the
And I
water.
think. And to be honest, like, yeah, I do agree that maybe the hate for him is a little bit too much. To the point where the actor like got really negative. Just again, not to downplay it, but definitely to not bring up everything about it. It's kind of sad what happened to the actor, and like, Ahmed Best and all that, like, what happened to him after because of Jar Jar. So
Mhm.
yeah, but aside from that, Jar Jar, it's not his performance. It's, I mean, yeah, it is, but it's the voice he put on. But that's like that is again the voice director's fault, and probably fucking George Lucas's fault with the writing too. They made him such a goofball. It's not the actor's fault that he's written that way. And it's just an unnecessary goofball. He's clumsy, yes,
He's
but he
funny.
sucks. He's not funny. I did not laugh at a single fucking Jar Jar joke. I laughed. I didn't laugh at a single goddamn time, honestly. He's not funny.
He didn't even laugh when he got hurt.
No.
Nah, you're sympathetic, okay? You're sympathetic to the Jar Jar cause.
I'm not. I fucking hate this guy.
Aw, you suck, dude.
No. Like, as a character, Jar Jar sucks. He gets into problems every single time. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything productive for the plot. I don't even know why he's there. Like, okay, fine. He does help in the final battle. However, like the problem with the final battle uh is the fact that they probably would have gotten the Gungans to do what to do shit for them, because it would have involved all of Naboo being fucking terminated, like all of Naboo being taken over. So they would have gotten involved eventually. So having Jar Jar be here is a bit weird, and just makes the movie worse overall. So yeah,
There's so many grammar issues here.
I yeah, just that, just that.
I'm being a professor here.
So yeah, let's move on to the last. Wait, before we move on, do you have anything more to say about Jar Jar Binks?
Jar Jar is the GOAT. Do not do not change that, okay? Do not
Wait, do
challenge
not
that.
slander Jar Jar Binks. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, I'm gonna be real honest with you. In my latest rewatch, from what I remember, Jar Jar wasn't all that good, but he wasn't that bad either, okay? He was just goofy.
So move on to our last character well, in quotation marks, character of this Darth Maul. All right, the first Sith we see outside of Darth Vader and Darth Sidious. Darth Maul. He was hyped as the big bad of the movie. And what does he do? He swings his lightsaber at Qui-Gon one time, revealing himself for no reason, pretty much. And then he shows up at the end, does some cool shit, does some cool spins, does a cool, really cool fight. He looks really cool. He kills Qui-Gon. So already
Even cooler.
he's showing himself being a really cool villain. Then Obi-Wan splits him in half.
My man just went in to kill Qui-Gon, refused to elaborate further, and then got chopped up. And that was
Got
very
fucked up,
good.
and then we never saw him again until Clone Wars.
Oh no, we don't talk about Clone Wars. He's dead. Okay, most people don't know it yet. Oh my god, this is such a basic grammar issue. Oh my god, this is being written by children.
But yeah, Darth Maul, he really does look cool. I gotta give these people that. Darth Maul looks cool. What am I supposed to say? He looks cool.
He looks cool. He is cool. Okay, he's got two
Yeah,
blades.
he has a double lightsaber. He's one of like the only people in the entire movie trilogy who have a fucking double lightsaber. Like a lot of characters, you think like, oh yeah, he's a double lightsaber. He's the Darth Maul. He's the only one in live action movies to ever have one.
When they do that Ray movie, they better give her one. That's all I have to say.
He was gonna have one in the original plans for Rise of Skywalker before he even became Rise of Skywalker. They originally had just like a whole thing about her having a double lightsaber, and this didn't happen because J.J. Abrams got a hold of the fucking movie, and we got Rise of Skywalker instead, which fucking
Boo.
sucks.
Boo! Motherfucker, it was just an easy win.
It was originally not even gonna have Palpatine in it. It was gonna be better.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah, and then because fucking Colin Trevorrow left the movie, that's all we got. Somehow Palpatine returned. That's how we got like a bootleg Avengers Endgame, you know? That's how we got this shit. Like now we gotta unite the entire galaxy to defeat Emperor Palpatine one last time. We're gonna undo everything that the fucking Skywalker saga ever built up, just because we're lazy shits who can't even write our own original story. Our best movie is a ripoff of the first one made over fucking 30 years ago. Almost 40 years ago. God. Fuck. I hate the sequels. I hate the
We're gonna
sequels.
have a fun time, okay? I know that.
I hate the sequels. I hate the fucking sequels. I want to kill.
Dude. I dude. You just reignited my hatred for Rise of Skywalker, okay? Dude, I'm one of these days I'll do a whole trilogy rewatch, okay? Sequels included, and then we're gonna roast the sequels, okay? At least the
You're
Rise
gonna
of
have time.
Skywalker,
You're gonna
okay?
have fucking time to review that shit. To watch that. I'm gonna tell you. We're not gonna talk about. We're not gonna get to Attack of the Clones until a very long time from now. So you have time to review to take a good look at all the movies.
We're gonna take a good look at Rey, how becomes a Mary Sue, and then destroys literally everything and everyone from the previous trilogy. All for the name of um
Of just having just having a bullshit
Skywalker.
story. Yeah, it's all in the name of being. Thing is, okay, the thing I will give Last Jedi some fucking credit is the fact that they had the balls to say, "Oh yeah, Ray is a nobody. Ray's just a force sensitive user. She's not tied to anything in the universe. She's her own thing."
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of just telling her, hey, you know the truth. Just look inside of you. They're like, I've got nobody. I'm a nobody. And that worked because Kylo was got magic lineage, and then Ray came from nothing, okay? Literally nothing, okay? And she's
Yeah,
going she beat him in the previous movie, okay? So that's some That was good
And then they
until it wasn't.
and then comes J.J. Abrams with his fucking bullshit. The thing I hate about Last Jedi is the fact that like it does things that it didn't need to do just to do things. Like that's not a problem. It does things to do things. There's never any intention behind it, except for some things. However, uh, however, however, everything that can be tied to the problems of the sequel trilogy can be tied to fucking Rise of Skywalker. God. Because it's like, oh yeah, raise a Palpatine. It's like, well, thank you for shitting all
You're his
over the Last
granddaughter.
Jedi.
You are a Palpatine.
Thank you for shitting all over the Last Jedi. I don't
So
like
they
Last
were
Jedi.
somebody's. Her
I
dad was
think
literally the son of the Emperor. He wasn't a
I,
nobody anymore.
I don't like Last Jedi. I don't like I don't like any of the sequel movies, honestly. And honestly,
Oh.
I think that I gotta give Last Jedi some props. Like I gotta give them the fact that they had interesting ideas and they wanted to do like things with them. However,
He did put
J.
some older
Abrams,
maneuvers and do some real damage. Come on, that move is 1 in a million.
but that didn't fucking happen. That didn't happen. No, fuck you. But yeah, okay. Back to Darth Maul. Darth Maul's cool, but that's pretty much where it ends. He's not. He's like a nothing burger character, to be completely honest.
Nah, he's cool.
He's cool, but he's like you have to admit he's a nothing burger. He's just cool. Okay. 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 So the characters. Let's move on to the plot. It's it's serviceable. Okay. It's one of the least bad things about it's not a bad thing about this movie. The movie I think is okay. Fine. Okay. There are some things that do drag in this movie. I gotta admit. Again, the pod racing is too long. Uh, but that the thing that's mainly because fucking we spent legit no time on Tatooine.
I live in the sandy shithole. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating. And it
And
is
it-
everywhere. And then like over here. Here everything is soft. It's smooth. Dude, we're gonna have so much fun in the very next episode.
But Attack of the Clones, god fucking damn it, man, that movie.
That movie's gonna be solid.
Okay, so the plot. Okay, fine, yeah. It drags on some points. I feel like some things are stupid. Some characters here and then get like some fan service, like oh yeah, R2D2 is like celebrated as a fighter and all that. C3PO does fucking nothing.
C3PO just rebuilt. That's it.
Yes, C3PO is just fucking there. He doesn't do anything.
Fan service.
Yeah, he's just there for the fans, honestly. So yeah, there's a lot of fan service, and I do understand that. And there's some kind of, and I think the comedy doesn't really land all that much. I do think that the plot is at least interesting in this movie, and these movies I think are actually pretty good in certain areas where they focus on the politics of the Star Wars world, and we see how even like in like how the Sith evolve to be like to sort of fit with the modern world where they're taking over the little political spectrum of the entire galaxy. That's I think pretty cool. And the Jedi, how they're kind and how they sort of also evolve to just kind of be kind of like a branch of the Republic. So yeah, no, I think a lot of what George Lucas tried to do with the prequel trilogy is really really is really cool. It's a really cool twist on all of it. and kind of focus more on the world building side of the Star Wars universe. It's really cool, and it actually does it really well. I do think that George Lucas does it really well. However, the dialogue is his downfall. It doesn't sound good. It's not the characters don't really sell it well. It's not done the best. I feel like the movies were almost made kind of like based on like notes George Lucas had of the world that he had that he made both like that he made for before the trilogy, the original trilogy. So yeah, that's what I feel. It doesn't feel all that rushed, and I think the plot does serve its purpose. I feel like it's overall done pretty well. It's a pretty big plus. However, I don't think it leaves room for a lot of things in the movie, and I think the characters don't really sell the writing all that much. And I don't know. That's really all I gotta say about the plot of the movie. I think it is all paced well, except for that like one egregiously long pod racing scene. I think that was like the biggest offender of it all. Fucking pod racing, man. So yeah, god damn it, goddamn pod racing, taking
Damn
up
the
like
pod racers.
taking up
They
like
they
10 minutes,
tried to kill my Anakin.
taking up like 10 minutes of the fucking movie.
What else do I put here?
There's something I'm missing. There is something I'm missing about the plot I want to mention, but I can't remember for the life of me. Uh, I can't really fucking remember. RAT Comedy, anything you want to say about the plot of the movie, the story and all that
The
shit?
plot is pretty cool. Okay, it's pretty complex, but it's a good one nonetheless. Like you got oh no, the bad guys over here. They're trying to barricade a planet, and now we gotta play the political game. Well, these two Jedi, they they find this boy. This boy turns out to be God, and we must get him into this order. Otherwise, we're cooked.
Yeah, that's the thing. I love how it's like almost like entirely like, oh yeah, they just land on the ship, and yeah, no, this just kind of happened. Like the guy in the fucking prophecy that's gonna change like everything is here.
And
Is this right?
he talks about spinning and angels.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I think about the plot. I think it's done well. I should have added notes about it to like a sort of guide to see if I didn't. I just put plot like yeah no I'm gonna know what I mean. But yeah no I think the story itself isn't bad. It's just the writing and like the character like the dialogue specifically. I don't think the writing of the movie is like, terrible completely. I think it's just like the dialogue that is written really badly and just kind of muddies the movie. Alongside the characters not really having a lot of things to do, or not a lot of things to really make them stand out. But yeah, aside from that, I think it's really enjoyable. It would
Let's
turn
start
your
right
brain
here
off for a
now.
fucking dumb kid like me watching the fucking movie. So yeah, uh, let's move on to the rating. From okay, Rock Comedy. What is your rating for her for the movie? What would you rank it
I'm gonna
on the tier list?
we'll slap it onto the B tier.
The B
B
tier. Got it. I'm
B
gonna put it
for
in C.
Binks.
I'm gonna put it in C. I
Okay.
think it's okay. It does its job. It has problems. It has a lot of problems. There's good in it, but it's also equally has a lot of bad in it. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. I would
Okay.
consider the next movie the worst Star Wars movie, but there is no
Hello.
way. Hello?
Hello?
Could you not hear me?
I'm here.
Okay. I would consider Attack of the Clones the worst movie, the worst Star Wars movie. However, there is no list ever that will ever not include the Rise of Skywalker as the bottom 11. You know.
No way, Jose.
So yeah, C tier. It's okay. You're not gonna fucking hate yourself watching it. And honestly, anyone who puts it lower is talking out of nostalgia for like for hating the movie. You know, that's what I think at least. Okay, so now the tier list. So I'm going to give me a second. I forgot how to do things. So this is gonna go in the episode. Just kind of screen capture. Here we go. Put up here. Whatever. Um. That should be good. Okay, in three, two, one, go. Okay, wait, three, two, one, go. So now on screen should be the tier list for the for the trilogy. When is this again? Hold on, I gotta. This is an hour 30. No, an hour. Yeah, an hour 21. This should be. So just kind of making that mental note for myself. Uh, so here you see the tier list for the prequel memes. So RAT Comedy, go to the stream that I have.
Okay,
So
I'm
here we
trying.
have
Here we go.
the okay. It is lagging. I will say. You there? You in
Yeah,
there? Okay.
I am
So
here.
we are in here, but I decided to keep the tiers here the same. So it's gonna be the same thing. Obviously, A B A S to F our normal to our normal thing. However, it is different now. Here, S tier is Obi-Wan tier. So this is the pinnacle. Obi-Wan's the pinnacle of the Star Wars prequel memes. Then A tier's 8 Master, B is Knight, C is Padawan, Youngling is D, Jar Jar Binks is F. So we're gonna go over the prequel memes that were here, that were made, that come from the Phantom Menace. So yeah, let's move on. Let's start. First up, I should have never made this bargain. Brakamani, where would you place this theme? Well, I mean, okay, fine, yeah. Let's
Is
discuss.
it's going to Youngling. You never really see this meme
Yeah,
very
no,
often.
yeah.
Not a lot of
Okay, fine.
content.
Before
Not
before
a lot
we
of.
before we start, let's set the criteria. So first up, it has to be usability. That's the best thing. Usability, frequency, and general funniness. Just general hilarity. So yeah, those are the three criteria. So yeah, I do agree. We don't really see this meme a lot. I don't see this meme. I don't know why it's here, to be completely honest. So I'm gonna place this. I'm gonna keep this in Youngling. I think that's a good option. Okay, here we go. The next one. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
No, this one's going to. This one's going to Master.
Master, yeah, it's very specific. Yeah, I will say
But it's a very useful tool.
it's very useful. Yes. Uh, Next up, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. This has to be Obi-Wan. This has to be Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it's so usable. It's so funny when you time it right. Yeah, no, I think it's one of the pinnacle of the memes here. Next up, the negotiations were short. I would say Knight. We don't really see this all
This
that
was
often.
going Padawan, honestly.
I I don't how do we do how do we I guess if I said Knight and you said Youngling, then I would put it in Padawan. But how do we do this?
Oh my god. Um, Listen to me. You're gonna put it on Padawan, okay? I'm doing a force mind trick on you.
Padawan. Next up, there's always bigger fish.
This was going into S tier.
Yeah, there's a lot of usability. It's really funny.
This
Yeah, no,
was just
I think
iconic. We
also yes, iconic should also be a big factor. These two down here, I don't think they're very iconic, but I like at least not at least sure they are memes, but they're not very iconic. This one's also iconic, but these ones are the big iconic ones from this movie. Next up, big bombers. I think this comfortably goes in Padawan. There is some usage for it, but not a lot of it.
big boomers put it in the Padawan. I don't care.
Okay. Next up, Jar Jar Binks as a whole. There is so much Jar Jar
Oh
Binks
my
stuff.
god,
I
put him
think
in an Obi-Wan.
it has to be an Obi-Wan. I think there is a lot of Jar Jar Binks memes. It gets persistent throughout the ages. People like recently, like
Oh
recently they've
no.
made Darth Jar Jar kind of canon. Not kind of canon, but like they put Jar Jar as it in Lego, and they put him in Fortnite. So yeah, he's been definitely a big part of Star Wars memes as a whole, and I think he should be here. Next up, the ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
That's going into the Obi-Wan.
Obi Wan, yeah,
Yeah,
I agree too.
this was such a good roast.
It is such a good roast. That's why I think it has a lot of. It's very iconic. It's very usable. I do, and it always gonna chuckle out of people when you call them when you say that shit. It is you see it used to this day. It's I think it deserves to be an only one tier.
It's the Obi-Wan.
Next up, Roger Roger.
Roger, Roger. Let's put it at night, okay? It's just
Yeah.
like a
There's
little
not a lot to
joke.
say, but I do agree it's very iconic. It's very much like a prequel thing. It's there, but there's not a lot of meme usage for it.
Roger,
Uh,
Roger.
next up, Open Fire. I think I've never seen this before. I'm gonna put it in Jar Jar Binks. Do you agree?
Open fire. There's not. It's going into Jar Jar.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, the dual the dual Darth Maul thing. You know what they put like the like one thing on one side and another thing the other. I think this is what it's supposed to be. So
Okay.
I would
It's
I would. The thing is about this is that this is kind of like this is a Reddit meme. You know, it's a Reddit meme.
it's always a Reddit meme.
Yeah, it is. That's what I think. It's a Reddit meme. You're not gonna see it all that often right now. I would put it in night. It had its time, but as part of but as a prequel meme, I don't think it really fits. It's like a general meme. It's very Reddit. I would put it in night, honestly. Would you agree?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I was gonna put into I was putting it into master, but like, I here it's just nah.
Yeah. Next up, are you an angel?
Dude.
I think this is more like a funny thing rather than like not an actual meme. Because you don't really see this used as like a meme template.
How
So
do I
I
make
would put it.
how do I make the text small?
I would put this like as funny. I would put this in night. Honestly. So where do you say you put it? Where would you put it?
You would this one of Are You an Angel? Put it on
Yeah.
Padawan.
Padawan.
Because it's so
Yeah.
funny.
It's I'll
It's
put it I'll
so
put it in
bad.
night
It's
because
funny.
it is funny. The thing is about these ones, these are just meme templates. They're not really like funny. I think this one that goes to night because it's funny. Next up, spitting. That's a good trick. Easy Obi Wan.
Yeah, it's a good trick. Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Now this is pod racing. Uh this is less so. I would put this in master. It's less so than spitting. That's a good trick, but it's still very much there.
Which one?
Now this is pod racing.
Oh, this is Power Racing. Yes, it's a little worse. Okay, but still golden.
Next up, which is this one? Uh, no one can kill a Jedi. I don't know.
There's not a
I
lot
put
of love there, but like it's funny.
it is funny, but like in hindsight,
What is?
I put it in Padawan.
I was gonna put it
Just
in
because like in
Youngling.
hindsight, it's funny. What would you put it?
I was gonna put it in Youngling.
Ah, yeah, no, I think it deserves to be there. Okay, Jedi Mind Trick is not. It is up next.
This is the one with Watto, okay?
Yeah.
This one's very malleable. Like you like when you got like Watto, all species is immune to the force thingy, so you can. It's unexploitable, so you gotta give it to master.
I was gonna say Knight, but I'm gonna put it in Knight. I don't really see this all that much, to be completely honest. Again, it's kind of like the Darth Maul ones. I mean, it's a bit of a bygone. I feel. All right, next. Okay, yeah, but I'll put it in Knight just because that's what I think. You know, I would agree, Master, if it was used more, but it's not. It's really not. But it is still funny. Next up, is that legal? I will make it legal.
Oh,
I would say Master.
I'm gonna put it at master because
All right,
it's too powerful.
it's too powerful. Yeah, no, I think it has its usage, but it's kind of again, it's very niche. It's niche, but it's not. But it's not. It's always gonna be funny. Next up, a hologram Palpatine.
Hologram Palpatine. This one was run its course, and it's just gonna slap it on night.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Which is this one? I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, so how would you rank? Have a
A
bad
bad
feeling
feeling
about this
about this. Okay, you know what to do.
for this movie?
Dude, you know what you
I
gotta
don't
do.
know. I think I would put I think I put it in Padawan. It's at the very beginning of the movie. It's just kind of there as a line. I don't think it's like or like maybe Youngling. I don't know. It's just not the best usage. It's not funny. There's not. I don't know. There's nothing about it. I might put it in Jar Jar. If it was for me, I think I put it in Jar Jar. Honestly, it's not. It's like I think the worst usage of that line. But what do you say about comedy?
Well, just keep it like that way. I don't care.
Jar Jar?
No, no, put it on Youngling.
Youngling? Sure. I'll concede on Youngling. Okay, so that's it. That's all the Phantom Menace movie memes. So yeah, this is it. That is your tier list. That's about it. We're gonna be back in like 5 years with fucking with Attack of the Clones.
Oh
Um.
yeah, here we go.
So yeah. That's about it. I completely forgot my fucking intro. Oh yeah, what did you guys think about the Phantom Menace? Leave in the comments below. And also, I'll be very interested to see who has actually who watched the Phantom Menace when it first came out and who watched it afterwards, kind of like us, who grew up with the movies being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be very interested to see. All our socials on the description. If you want for if you want if you want if you like this episode and want to follow us and your Spotify, you can follow us by hitting the follow button, obviously. And you can rate us if you liked or disliked this episode, or just a podcast overall. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with our content. Like if you like the episode, dislike if you dislike it. Share on if you think it's worth sharing. And like I said, all of our social description, including RAT Comedies. This episode actually has RAT Comedies socials there. His YouTube channel, which did surpass 100, right?
No, in fact, then we've gone back to 96. Okay, listen, who the hell unsubscribed? Nobody here is watching until like how long are we into this?
An hour, an hour 36.
So who the hell's been watching me for an hour and 36 minutes? No one. Okay, whoever it is that is actually watching this or just skipped over here, do me a favor, subscribe. or not. We either get to 100 or we dip all the way down to 0. Okay.
Okay. Can you bring those numbers to me? We have 16 subscribers.
You know what? Subscribe to them too. Okay. 16. Seriously. 16. That's
Yeah.
just pathetic. Okay.
What the
Those
fuck
are
are you
them
doing
too.
here? Subscribe to both us and RAT Comedy. Get it to 100. Get me to 100. God damn it!
It's fair.
It's
You know
only
what?
fair.
Y'all not subscribing makes me sick. Okay. Because
Ooh,
it's
fucking
it's
hell.
this is this is not outrageous. It's unfair. Ugh.
So yeah. But yeah. Let's get us to at least over 50 because goddamn, I know you people are fucking watching these episodes. I know there are 200 views on the fucking Incredible Hulk episode. I know people watch these things. Subscribe, please. God. I'm joking, please. If only if you want to, you know. And yeah, no. So goes to direct comedy. He does actually deserve it. You know,
What?
that's about it. I said you do deserve it. Not that you don't.
Okay.
That's about it. RAT Comedy, say your goodbyes.
You gotta do what you gotta do, okay? I'll be seeing you when we discuss Attack of the Clones and its many memes.
Or like, okay, whatever. Fuck. He's gonna be in the in an upcoming episode. He's gonna be in the Brave New World episode, which is coming out soon, actually. So yeah. But yeah, that's that's about it. See ya.